I think people are just searching right now for truth and like a safe haven. And when we talk about it, that's the Catholic Church for us. So my name's Megan Wetta, and this is my wife.
I'm Megan.
And we've been Blessed Sacrament parishioners since 2016. We were living in Kansas City, and then I firmly believe it was in God's plan for us to come back to the diocese that we grew up in. Megan was an All Saints parishioner. Most of my childhood was Blessed Sacrament, and then we both went to Capen and we're in the same class. But I think God called us back to Wichita so we could start a family. Ever since moving back in 2016, we've had 4 kids. A couple of them are at Blessed Sacrament. And really, when I think about it, I want our children to have the same upbringing that we did, the same catechesis in the Catholic faith. We just had such a good experience, the people that we met over the years, the connections we made. And so I think that's why, like, my own personal reconversion to the faith was so strong, is coming back to Wichita. We immediately kind of reinserted at Blessed Sacrament, and the parish is so welcoming. I saw a lot of old faces and people I knew from my childhood. That meant a lot to me, and were good influences. I think when you get your kids baptized, it's quite a commitment that you're making. And so we take that very seriously. We're not perfect, but we are striving to bring our children up in the faith and to teach them truth and beauty and goodness. And so our life is somewhat chaotic at times, but when we look back on it and we think about it, we wouldn't be doing anything else. It is helpful when there are so many other families that have been blessed with children too. You kind of feel like you're in the same boat and you're rowing together. And so it is helpful to see their struggles as well, and knowing that it's all worth it. And Blessed Sacrament in particular, I feel like is such a good community for young kids. There's so many things to be involved with in the parish, and so I think it is attractive to families to have lots of kids, and we feel like that's normal.
Yeah, it can be discouraging to take small kids to church, but when you see everyone else and their small kids, it makes it easier.
Absolutely.
I would say, especially with the 9 o'clock mass, there's always the donuts and community afterwards, which is helpful to meet it's usually a lot of families with small kids, so if you want to meet other moms or other families, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a great parish to join and to meet new people. And so just, take that step to go to something, an event, a book study, the men's catechism study. And
thinking back when we first moved back and started going to Blessed Sacrament, it was the moms group, the Blessed Sacrament moms group. I just put myself out there and went to one of their little gatherings, and then from there is when I started meeting other moms and kids and families, and that was my experience, and I really liked it.
I mean, I just think for us, we're just trying to trust in God's will, especially for our marriage. Mm-hmm. And we don't know exactly where He's going to take us, but I think that Megan and I both are comfortable trusting in God's will and knowing that He'll take care of us. We just yeah, we just have to stay in the church and keep living our faith and pass it on to our kids.